Back for another beer review, this time a different beer review. In this series, we're going to be reviewing homebrews. Raphael.
Oh yeah, so that's a new series that we want to introduce in our channel. But for this to happen, we need your help. The idea is you send your beer, we review the beer blind, and then after we score the beer, we give as much feedback we can. We're gonna try to pick up the hops, yeast, whatever, and then we review the beer, and that's the main idea.
So someone would have a recipe or a beer they're proud of that would send us the beer with what information, Raphael?
So just send the beer that you try to achieve, if it's a clone, if it's your own recipe, and then like I said, we're gonna taste the beer, score it, and as I said before, we're gonna try to give as much feedback as we can. We're gonna be very genuine about the score. We're gonna just score out of 5, I believe. Mm-hmm. And yeah, that's the idea.
Okay, so the beer that we're going to be tasting today, so if you're a craft beer lover, on this channel we also do home brewing. We do clone recipes, we do original recipes, and the beer we're going to be tasting today is from our friend, lives quite close to us. His name's Rohit, and he's tried to brew the Pastry Stout that we entered in the competition and won third prize for, which is fantastic. And
so, yeah.
he's added some different adjuncts, right, Raphael?
Yeah, so this one in particular, we know the style because he brewed one of our beer, but he used different adjuncts. And today we're going to try to pick the adjuncts and give feedback to him.
So what he's done, which I think is quite cool, which we can kind of incorporate for future homebrew reviews, is he's given us the beer and he's also given us like a piece of paper where he's written down the adjuncts, or he's written down the details of the beer. And so we're going to crack the beer, we're going to taste the beer, we're going to try to pick the differences to our recipes, and I think that's a good idea for future reviews. So without further ado, let's get the beer in our hands, at least, then in the glass, and let's try to pick it.
Cool.
Okay, so we both have the beer. We're super excited to give it a try. Rohit's provided us with a little note here that stipulates all of the different adjuncts that he's added. I don't know if there's going to be some of the same and some different ones. What are you expecting, Raphael? What do you think he's done?
Well, let's see. He's a new brewer. He's done probably like 3, 4, or 5 beers, mm-hmm. and he's gone crazy with adjuncts. Let's just make clear here, he gave us 2 bottles. If you want to send us a bottle, you don't need to send 2. Mm-hmm. We can probably sit together. Yep. But because we have 2 beers, I'm doing at my place today, and there mm-hmm. is in his place.
So two big beers, Raphael.
Well, if you send 1 beer, we're gonna make an effort to be together, and that's all you need to send 1 beer.
And this is a new series, but like we'd love to kind of kick this off. So yeah, if you're a home brewer, if you've brewed some beer, you want some feedback, Raphael and I can do the review. This is the first video in that series, but we probably will invite some other craft beer lovers, right, Raphael, like to kind of collectively review these home brews. So let's get this in a glass. I'm super excited about this one. Let's pour it. Okay. Rohit mentioned to me that it was a bit brown, but it's okay. The carbonation, I don't know, on your side, looks okay.
It looks okay for me.
Yeah. I'm getting where's the camera? Looks okay for me as well. I'm excited about this one.
Cheers.
Cheers, man. Let's get this on the nose. I get coffee. There's coffee in there for sure. You get coffee on the nose?
Yeah. So I got a lot of coffee.
Chocolate. Yeah.
I got a lot of coconut.
Oh, there's coconut. Yeah, I mean, coffee was at the forefront. There was coconut. You're right. There's 100% coconut. Coffee for me in stouts is very noticeable, right? I don't get any fruits or anything like that on the nose. What about you?
Yeah, no, we did use strawberries. I can't get much strawberries. I'm not sure if he uses strawberry.
Yeah, for me, now that you pointed out coconut, coffee and coconut. Coffee up front, coconut secondary. Did you taste that already?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, hang on. I'm gonna taste.
So the base beer is very good. It's very similar to ours, but the adjuncts are very mild.
They're mild. Yeah, I was going to say the same thing. It's the malt complexity, like knowing this beer, knowing that the kind of the roasty and the kind of the malt complexity, it's there. The coffee is also there. The coconut, I think, is equally there to what we had, but like I don't get much of other things. Are you the same?
Yes.
Okay, so let's, with the benefit of actually knowing what's in there, right? Let's crack this little thing and let's see what.
Shall we score first?
Okay, yeah. That's a good idea. So we're scoring like a beer review, right? So, actually maybe it's unfair to score, I guess, against commercial beers, right? So this will be a new scoring method, right? Out of 5, similar sort of scale, 0.1 increments, but this will be the first in our kind of homebrew scoring, right? 5 being the best homebrew you've ever tasted, 0 being the absolute worst. So you're lucky enough to kick us off, Raphael. What do you think?
Well, I think the beer is really well brewed. Mm-hmm. There is no off flavor.
Absolutely. Yep.
That's the first thing I try when I brew a beer. Get no off flavor, so it's a fantastic beer. It does not have a lot of adjuncts.
Well, I mean, there's probably a lot of adjuncts in there, and Rohit has done a fantastic job for a brewer that's just started to kind of match the beer that we've done, right? Like there's the brewing, the fermentation is clean. We can get the coffee in there, we can get the coconut. So
there's something like cinnamon. I'm not sure if you use cinnamon. Well,
it's always.
I would score this beer easily 3.6, 3.7.
Yeah, I think 3.7. I was going to say 3.7, 3.8. It's hard, like when as soon as you say cinnamon, I'm like, oh, maybe it's there. But I've got this open, okay, and there's 5 adjuncts. Okay, 5 adjuncts, and the one that is obvious to us is coconut, right? So I'll read the obvious ones out first. Coconut is there. I think he's done a good job of kind of getting the coconut in the beer.
I get a little bit of strawberry.
Okay, so there's no. There is strawberry in there. Yep, there's strawberry in there as an adjunct. Where do you get that? You get that on the nose, or you get that in the taste?
More in the nose, yeah.
Okay, interesting. So I love the ambition of Rohit. I think it's fantastic. That's what homebrewing is all about, right? Trying to just trying different things. So first adjunct is strawberries. The second is figs. So Turkish figs.
Interesting.
Yeah. The next one is hazelnuts, toasted. So roasted rather. I wonder with hazelnuts. I imagine it's quite hard to kind of infuse those flavors into beer. So I imagine whatever he's done, kind of doubling or tripling that would probably be a good start. Coconut is the 4th edition, and the last one is cocoa nibs.
I was gonna say cocoa nibs, but because the beer itself has a lot of
chocolate in there already. Yeah, exactly.
So that was a bit tricky. I was gonna say that, but it's a little bit tricky.
So I love the ambition. I guess for this particular recipe, which by the way is shared in the YouTube description of the original brew day, but we'll also link that in this description. I love the ambition, I must say. The strawberries, I feel in our beer was a little more noticeable, but we did agree that we'd probably double up and triple that in the future. Hazelnuts, cocoa nibs. Did you get any of the figs? So figs, if I'm not mistaken, it's like like a dark stone fruit type of kind of flavor. You get any of that?
I've had a lot of beers with the fig before, but I think he did well. It has a good balance.
Absolutely.
There's anything like taking over of anything, but the figs is really hard to get unless you know it's there.
Well, I think. Just off the top of my head.
Now you say I can get a little bit.
Yes. It's like reading off a can, right?
Yeah.
And I think Rohit correctly kind of pointed out once you kind of let this kind of warm. So it's not directly out of the fridge, but it's like it probably could be a little warmer than what it actually is at the moment. So it'd be interesting to see if those flavors kind of come out once it's a little warmer.
Yeah, but the beer is fantastic.
It is, and we love Rohit. He's a fantastic guy. He's an amateur brewer, like I am, like many others out there. And I think he's done a fantastic job to take the recipe, add a little bit of his own, and it's fantastic. So my score. So you said what, 3.6? I'd agree, like 3.6, 3.7. It's our first one of these type of reviews. And with the sake of time,
we don't want to be too generous on the first one, but I think we could be a little bit more generous. But let's start with 3.7 for this one, which is good. It's a good beer. It's a good score as well.
Absolutely. So let's leave it there. If there's any other brewers out there that would like us, or like other craft beer lovers, other home brewers to kind of review, please get in touch. We'd love to review the beer. Let's wrap it up there, Raphael. Let's wrap it up there. We do loads of other content on this channel. We do homebrew days, grain glass style. We do beer reviews, brewery interviews, and until the next beer review, cheers.